Hey everyone, Rich from Rich CCG Bets. Hope you all are having a great day. Today I've got the video that you've all been waiting for. I am going to go over the data that I've gathered for the hit rates for Attack of the Vine. I know you all loved this video when I did it for Wilds Unknown, and so I have scoured the internet, Facebook, TikTok, Instagram, Reddit, whatnot, etc. to try and find booster box pack openings so that I can be able to gather this data for you. Want to caveat that I'm only looking at just over 1,000 pack size for this sample. So by no means am I trying to claim these are the exact percentages, but 1,000 packs does start to paint a pretty good picture of what the hit rates might actually be for the set. So just wanted to get that out of the way. I've got my Mufasa shirt. I am going to my local game store today to at midnight. It's currently 10 p.m. my time, and I will be leaving shortly to head out to the pre-release event for Attack of the Vine. Yes, it is Thursday night, and you were going to see this Friday morning. So right here are the hits that I got from my pre-release event. So hopefully they are good ones. But without further ado, let's go ahead and dive right into the numbers. And it takes me a lot to do this, so if you like the last time I did this, if you like this video, make sure to leave a like, comment, and subscribe for some more future pool rates and just overall Lorcana data videos in the future. All right, so here we have this beautifully crafted table that I've put together in Canva looking at Wilds Unknown hit rates. So I've broken it up by Legendary, Epic, Enchanted, and Iconic. This is what I had for Wilds Unknown, looking at 45 booster boxes, which equate to 1,080 packs. So we've got the totals in row one, the average per box, meaning like if you were to open up a booster box, you'll get on average around 6 legendaries, 2 epics, about a third of an enchanted, meaning like 1 in every 3 booster boxes, you'll get an enchanted. And then in our sample size, like a 2% chance to get, not even 2% chance, you get 0.02 of an iconic. Again, iconic data is it's so hard to calculate. No one really knows the pull rates. I think that you'd have to open somewhere between 60 to 100,000 packs, aka like 4,200, 4,300 booster boxes in order to get an idea of what the actual pull rate is. A lot of people speculate 1 in 1,500, 1 in 2,000. I've heard 1 in 5,000. I don't think that one's true, but we don't know what it is, so you can really just ignore the iconic column. But at the end of the day, Wilds Unknown pull rates were much better than previous sets. Consistently, we were getting 1 in 96, aka 1 in a case, so 1 in every 4 booster boxes, and it dropped down to closer to 1 in every 3 booster boxes. Attack of the Vine isn't much different. So we have a little bit of a smaller sample size, only looked at 43 boxes, 1,032 packs, but we do see some consistencies. So legendaries 3.8 versus 3.7. Again, only 1,000 packs, but like it seems like that's about the same. Epics went from 10.8 to 10.1. You're still getting about 2 a box, so nothing crazy there. And then Enchanted, this is the one that, again, like if you look at the data, you think like, whoa, Attack of the Vine hit rates got worse. But it's a really small sample size. Yes, it's 1,000 packs, still a very small sample size. If we want to just look at Enchanted data, like we'd have to get 5,000 packs. That would give us a much better idea of where it is. And I'll tell you, like I was like 25 booster boxes in, and we were looking at, instead of like 0.33, we were closer to like 0.25, which I was like very concerned that, oh my gosh, they reverted it back to 1 in 96. It's back to terrible hit rates. Like Wilds Unknown must have just been a factory error, blah, blah, blah. But then it was like after video or after streams I was watching, it was like Enchanted, Enchanted, Enchanted. So we got on a pretty big Enchanted streak, which brought us to 0.33, which is exactly, for the most part, 1 in 3 booster boxes. So that'd be 72 packs. This is 73.7. So pretty close to that number. We didn't get any iconics in our sample size this time, which again shows how unreliable 1,000 sample size is for iconics. But yeah, they're really hard to pull. We're not going to see them. And if I do see them, like that's not going to really paint a picture unless we really start seeing them like 1 in every case, which I really hope they don't do, because that would really just make them not that great and fun. So what does this mean for like your favorite card? Like you're out there, you're wanting the Mufasa's rival, you're wanting Scar, or you're wanting the Mickey and Minnie Enchanted, the Peter Pan, the Woody and Buzz. I've got the numbers for you. So this is based off the pull rates that I got. So there are about 12, I think there are 12 legendaries. And so it was like 3.7. So I rounded it up to 4. So if it's 1 in every 4 packs, you're going to get a legendary, and there are 12 unique ones. You just times that 4 by 12. And to get the exact legendary you want is on average 1 in 48 packs, or open up 2 booster boxes. I say that as if like they're so cheap. Like, oh yeah, just open up 2 booster boxes. They're easy to find, they're cheap. Not with this set. But yeah, if you open up 2 booster boxes, you're more than likely to get the legendary that you want. Obviously not guaranteed, but statistically it's probably going to happen in a large enough sample size. To get the epic you want, it's about 1 in 10 packs. There are 18 epics, so 1 in 180 packs to get the epic you want. And then to get the enchanted you want, like I said, it's like 1 in 74 is what I got. So I multiply that by 18. And did I do 74? I don't know. You can do the math right here, but 1 in 1,332 packs for an enchanted. So if you want that Winnie the Pooh and Piglet enchanted, you're gonna need to open up more boxes than I sampled statistically. AKA just buy the card. Don't try to rip for any specific cards. But yeah, based on my results, this is what you're gonna have to do. And then again, with the iconics, we have no clue what it's gonna be. Really, it's just you're winning the lotto if you pull an enchanted. If you pull more than one, literally go and get a lotto ticket because you've got luck or God on your side or something. So why do I make this video? One, I love data. I love seeing what my chances are to get some cards that I want. Obviously, it's never going to be worth it to rip for cards, but it's so fun to rip. And so I want to know, like, hey, if I'm going to rip a box or 2, and if I get them at MSRP for a good price and spend, what is that, $280 to open 2 booster boxes, if I'm lucky enough to get any boxes, what can I get? Like, is it worth my money at all? Like, can I have fun and still get something? And I really do think that is the case. But if you don't want to rip, or if you're looking for cards that you just want to add to your deck or to your collection, I strongly advise you to just not open packs, and more specifically, hold off buying any singles. We've seen with Wilds Unknown, like those enchanteds have absolutely fallen. And I have a couple examples right here of some playable cards that did take off right away and are actually not doing too hot. So we take a look at this Dale card right here. Dale is arguably the most playable legendary in Wilds Unknown, which is why it is the most expensive one. It goes really hard in Amber decks. And with Amber Amethyst, it was really good last set. Now that we have rotations, we'll see if it's still surfacing quite a bit or not. But you can see at the very beginning, this card was going for $45 on pre-release without really any sales. Sorry about that, I had to sneeze. And then after that, like after that first week, we saw it start to drop to like the 30s, $25, and then $20. I saw it selling regularly for like $20-ish, and then it dropped down to $15 and $12. And now the price is sitting, like you can buy it right now for $5.49. So a huge fall from grace from $45 to basically $5. And yeah, that took about almost 2 months to do. But if you waited a month, or even if you just waited a few weeks, that price was cut in half significantly. And I strongly advise you to do the same. The other legendary from the set that's really playable is this Woody Jungle Guide. Not only is it playable, it's a fan favorite. It's Woody from the greatest Pixar movie ever, the highest grossing IP of Pixar. It's a really cool card. It's really playable as well too. And so you can see that this card started off at $18 and then dropped to $10 super fast, and then steadied down to like $5, $6, and now it's at just under $3 right now. A lot of this has to do with the fact that the participation promo card that you got from Set Champs is this card in the alternate version, like an enchanted version, and that card is amazing. So people would much rather play with those cards than these cards. I myself have bought a lot of those cards. I have 4 that I play in my deck because I love my toys deck, and I still have about 8 or 10. I kind of lost track that I have my binder. So I'll be keeping those in my Woody spot. But again, you see that these cards are dropping in value pretty quickly, and there's going to be a lot of popular cards. The Mickey and Minnie is pretty playable. The Woody and Buzz is like pre-selling for like 40-30 bucks. Like that card with these pool rates, like they're going to be pretty common to occur. Again, it's 1 in 48 packs. So if you go to a pre-release event, that's 6 packs per box. There's 8 people at the event. Someone more than likely is getting the Woody. And so just in like that little small of a group, like it kind of shows like how common these cards actually are. And so if you want that Woody and Buzz for your deck, or you want the Peter Pan, I guess that's a super rare, so not the Peter Pan, but why can I not think of any legendaries? Like the Mickey and Minnie, the Scar, Mufasa's rival. If you want those legendaries, just wait a week or 2. Wait for people to be able to post it on TCG Player next week once other people start to get allocations. Probably wait, honestly, 2 weeks from today, and you'll see that prices do drop significantly and cards become a lot more affordable. But on the other side, if you are able to rip pretty early and get some of these cards, like I list them right away because this is probably the most money you're going to get from them. But either way, these are the hit rates. Like I said, nothing is concrete just because we need to sample a lot higher volume to be able to get better data. But I'm fairly confident that the hit rates are going to be pretty similar to what we saw with Wilds Unknown, eventually coming out to 1 in every 3 booster boxes or 1 in 72 packs, getting an enchanted, 1 in 4 packs getting a legendary, and 1 in 10 packs getting an epic. So do whatever you want with that data. Go ahead and share those numbers, share those tables with you, but make sure to give me some credit if you do. But if you don't, I won't be too offended. But it is what it is. Help a brother out, you know? Anyways, like I said, I've got the pre-release tonight, so I am going to finish getting ready, get some stuff together, drink some caffeine, and then I'll head off to my long drive on the game store. I won't have a car video for that one just because it is night and you won't be able to see me, but fingers crossed again I get something good, and best of luck. By the time you're watching this, it will be the pre-release day, and so hopefully you're able to go to a store and get some product. Hopefully your LGS doesn't scalp it to high heaven and you're able to get something affordable. But I will see you all in the next video. Best of luck ripping out there. Take care.